girls, this is Zeffy from I'm Zeffy and I Love to Scrap. I was looking at my YouTube channel yesterday and I realized that I hadn't shared any projects with you for ages. So I thought I'll share with you 2 tags that I made this past month. We have a challenge blog. We have a couple of challenge blogs in Athens, and one of them is called Get Creative. And this month they decided to challenge us to make some tags, and I love tags. So I was very inspired by the Prima girl, you know, the little girls that you can dress, those tags, and the tags were much bigger. So I made this tag at 9 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters, or 7 1/4 by 3.5 inches. And I knew I was going to use a dress form because that was my only option. And I didn't know which way to go until I spotted these flowers that I had on my desk. They've been sitting on my desk for a good 6 months. I was playing around with coffee filters one day and I made these. This is just around a spiral flower. And I cut the spiral quite wide so that I could have this height. And I had colored it with the Cosmic Shimmer, the Candy Pink. And they were just sitting on my pin cushion with a stick pin through them to hold them together. So I definitely knew I wanted to use those. So these 2 were my inspiration for the whole tag. Okay, I used a bit of lace over the back of the tag, which I first colored. I can't even remember what I used to color it. I think I used the pickled berry, the red. I actually can't remember what I used to color it, but it was just manila. It's the pickleberry, this pickled raspberry, the distress ink. That's actually what I used. And then it must be broken china, I think. Anyway, so that's that. I like to give the dress form boobies. I think it looks more realistic, and I gave her a little paper petticoat and then a lace dress. Bit of stamping. This is my favorite stamp that says "Be still, woman, be who you are," and so forth. And then the next week they also had a challenge to use flowers again, and I knew I wanted to make a dress again. And I've got another dress in mind now, so I think I want to make one more tag. Where should I start with this? Oh, I use the Tim Holtz technique for the back, about making your own misters with perfect pearls and re-inkers. That's what I used at the back. Then I stamped with blue ink and used perfect pearls again. This huge swirl is from Bo Bunny. It's been lying in my stash for ages, and it's always been too big to go onto layouts. And this girl was an advertisement. I cut her out of a magazine, and she's fitted perfectly. She looks like she's sitting on the swirl. I'm sure you all recognize the Mariposa butterfly behind her. I stain my seam binding. And then the flowers are made with the, let me take it out, with the Spellbinders shapeabilities with this size, the middle one. I don't particularly like the small one. I find the small flower is a little bit tatty. I think that's one of the smallest ones. And this one on the end here. I like the middle one. So I have a drawer full of Prima flowers and I'm roses and everything, but I liked my own, which I colored with the same Cosmic Shimmer again. And then these here are tiny little flowers that are punched out. I've got a little punch. And for those I used the Tim Holtz cardstock I used this, the Ideology. Okay, I used some of that. I colored them a little bit with whatever. I mopped up all the paint that was lying on my craft mat. Okay, that little elixir bottle is a little embellishment that my friend Irene had given me. Her hand looks a little bit weird because it was holding a champagne glass that I cut off, so it's a bit spastic. But she looks like it's a fairy hand. And then I just added some flowers on her sandals and flower power. I am a child of the 70s, and I think I'm a hippie at heart, so I like the flower power, and that's a little metal embellishment with a bling inside. I really loved this tag, one of my favorites, and I hope you like it too. I'd like to hear your comments. If you have any questions, please ask me. Keep well. Bye.